Good morning. Just want to give you a few quick numbers from when I went to bed last night. Okay. 1776. This is the way we're going to do it. We're going to take the 1 and the 6 at the end, and we're going to go the one spirit of man 6. 7.7 happens to do with the two worlds. One this way and the 7 this way. Okay. Now the other thing is we're going to work on 2014. So in 2014, 0 from 2 is 2. 1 from 5 is 3. We have 2, 3 creation. Or we add 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 plus 4 is 5. We have the 2 beta of the 5 creation, which is on a dice somewhere that I don't find. If you don't understand, it's okay. Don't worry about it. What I'm also going to show you, okay, is 25,625 of the man. 2 and 5 is 7. 6 is in the center. 2 and 5 is 7. So you have 7, 6, 7. Or you have 3, which is 5 minus 2. 6, 3. 3, 6, 3. When in all actuality, 3 goes into 6 twice, which you see in the center. So you have 1 of 2 3s of 1 3. 1, 2, 1, which equals to 11 times 11, which equals to 121. And that's why you see 1111 in the Mayan calendar, because that's what it stands for. 5775 is this year, right? 1, 2 in the center you don't see, 3, 4, 5. The 6 in the Mayan calendar is the cross. 1, the connection in the center 2, the bottom 3. Here on the side 1, the middle, and the left 3. Why am I doing it twice? Why do I use the center twice? Because they're two actual different images that you put together to create this world. So 5775, okay, stands for 7 and 5 is 7 minus 5 is 2. 7 minus 5 is 2. So now you have 22 of the beta worlds, in which this is an 8, but this is a 2. But they're actually both 2s, because the 8 is only a signification of the beta world. This is the owner of the beta world. There's only one beta, there's only one man, there's a heaven, and there's an angel. These two connect, making 11, or 1.1. 1 and 1 is 2, creates the whole sign. 7286, okay, 7 minus 2 is 5, 8 minus 6 is 2. You have 5 and 2. 8 and 6 is 14, but 6 minus 8 is 2. 7 and 2 is 9. You have 9 and 5. 7 minus 2 is 5. 8 minus 6 is 2. You have 52, which means man. Okay? Now you have 8 minus 2 is 6, and 6 minus 1. 6 minus 7 is 1, which brings you back to the 1776 again. Okay? 6 and 7 is 13, which equals 4. 7 and 1 is 8. You have 84 in 1776. 84 months is the 7 gods, 7 years. That's why you got it. 7 plus 7 is 14. 4 and 1 is 5. So you have the one spirit of the 5 connection of the 6 man. That's how you work out 1776. 2014, we did 25,625. We didn't do the short count of the man of 5,125, which equals the spirit of man, 67. Spirit of man, 5125 equals 6 and 7, which is the spirit, where is it? Which equals the spirit of 76, 1776. Then you have 1976, when the Renovate came and they built the Big O, the orange Big O with UP, all standing for Christ. It cost $1 billion. Okay, it all stands for Christ, the Big O. 1976, 9 minus 1 is 8. 7 minus 6 is 1. You have the one spirit of heaven and the spirit of man of the 1976 of the freedom, of the independence of here, the province of Quebec. And we were only independent because we were dependent. And now we understand we're independent and dependent on ourselves. Because that's the way it is in the world. We're always dependent on ourselves. Anyways, more numbers and less numbers, stop signs and triangles, and road signs that are square, and road signs that are triangles are standing up on the edge of a dice because you're in the beta world. Anything that's square comes from the alpha world. Anything that's diagonal was created to make this world. Anything that's straight is created to make this world. And also, you know that diagonal or straight gives you the 8 directions, but the cross gives you the connection to join them all. The O connects all the islands. The Y connects all the angles. So you have the O and the Y. Now in the beta world, okay, the X continues the continuation of creation of the beta world angles. So now you have the Y and the O. And in craps they say, Yo, Elev, which means the student of God, 11-9, 11-9. The one spirit, the 4 angle of the 6 man, of the 4 angle of the 5 birth. What does it mean, the 4 angle of the 5 birth? I'm going to show you a couple of designs. The 4 angle is the cross of Jesus, which are the 4 marks here, which would be the club. Club is the life of rain. Here's the angle of God. It's plus and multiply. 2 angles together. So you have a 7 and a 4, which makes the birth. That's how you get the birth 9. The angle of 4, which is beta, and the angle of God totals out the birth 9, 4 and 5. In the center here, okay, you would end up position number 9. Okay, now this position and this position gets to go here. X goes in both worlds for both angles. So you have 4, and 4 is 8, and 1 world, 2 worlds, 3 worlds. 8 and 3 is 11. 8 times 3 is 24, 3 and 8 is 11, is 35, 3 plus 5 is 8, 3 times 5 is 15, you have 23, which is creation, 3 plus 2 is 5, you got the angle of passage, all from the same creation of the cross of Jesus. And then there's the crossovers, which are Trinity on Trinity, which create the Magen David. You add the lines of God inside the Magen David, you end up with life. And for now, my life has to be going out of this apartment. Have a nice day, afternoon, evening. Is it Christmas yet? Merry Christmas? Oh my God. Christmas. Harry Christmas. Scary Christmas. Harry Carey. Harry Krishna. What's real and what's not real? God showed us everything. They showed us the people to come, Hare Krishna. They told us about Halloween. They told us about how the ants can lift up bricks and walk underneath the ground into their caves. Ants. Ants. Angels lifting thousands of pounds over their head. Coincidence or not? Obviously, yes, it's a coincidence. But let me tell you one thing. When God created, until everything's gone, creation continues. 3.1415, okay, is a number of creation because man, okay, is a 0.1514 that's missing in the whole scenario. Otherwise, you got a full deck of cards. So now you ain't got a full deck of cards. You're starting with 3.1. Why 3.1? Because 1 is the angle that uses the 3 point. The 3 point that we use is one of the explanation of this 3 point is because I have one line here, different directions. Here's the third directions. It creates the shin and the sin of life. It's one corner of a square crossing out through 1 and 9, this angle, or 3 and 7. So the 3 numbers of shin. Now if you're going 1 and 9, okay, you're creating the one spirit. If you go 3 and 7, now you're creating creation. But 2 and 7 is replacing 1 and 7. So there's no moons on Mercury, and there's no moons on Venus, because Venus uses the moon on Earth, okay, and Mercury uses Mars moons, and we don't need that in our section. Secondly, 1 and 2 are not connected in our system the way we think it is, because 1 and 2 is like It's almost like this. You see that candle? Okay, it's the way everything is connected. It's a linear. Okay, you see a total of 6? Because there are 2 islands of 6, in which are actually made out of 3. Can't start to explain it now, but the E-world, direction of the letters, okay, when you surpass a corner, we have a corner here, okay, where is it? There's a corner here, right here. I just watch one thing I'm going to do to this corner. You know why I did that to the corner? Because I crossed off the bottom, sat on the bottom. Then I extended the top. And then I had the bar in the center, which showed the difference of the whole square. And that's why the square is so important. The square on your telephone is east-west light. The ambulance has north-south light, okay, which is the angel light, which actually means death. That's the way it is. 7286. 7 and 2 is 9. 8 and 6 is 14, which equals 9 to 5. Okay, 9 to 5. Now, if you go backwards, because you got to go backwards and forwards and divide to see where everything came from. Isn't that what we do? We look at something, we divide it up, and we figure out where it came from. So I looked up, and I saw darkness, and I looked back, and I saw light. What position was I in? Well, the darkness was coming out of the belly of my mother, and the light I saw was on the earth. Now, at the end of light, and it's life, when you enter into the next world, again you see the light. You see the dark, and then you see the light. It's the same thing with our sun. Okay? The sunlight, okay, picks up your spirit, and it brings it to where it has to go. So as you see the dark, you see the light. Have a nice afternoon. Day of man 6, which in all actuality, 6 days, 1 day, 3 days, 1 day of prayer of beta inside, the 3rd day on a Wednesday, starting on a Wednesday, going back to a Saturday, actually stopping on a Friday, because that's the end of the week. In all actuality, our week is Friday, Wednesday, and Monday. That's all we got, because those are the beta world days. Now the connection days to the rest of the week, Monday equals 4, Tuesday equals 2, Wednesday equals 5, miracle day. Thursday equals 2, Friday equals 6, Saturday is God's day, it equals 19, which is 20, means the second world. Sunday is the same thing, so we're only actually left with the end of it is Tuesday, is Wednesday, excuse me, because Tuesday's an even day. You see, all the letters of the week, if I could make a mistake, but they're all even except for Wednesday. Wednesday's 2-3 creation, which is 5, and that's why they call it the day of miracles and the 8 days a week, because the week is split up between the life of beta, and it stops, and then it's life of beta and the creation of beta in the rest of the world. We're going to stop it at 13 minutes and 19 seconds, which will give us 49. Okay, 17, 18.